Okay, let's expand these polynomials which involve no numbers. This is you feeding the dog, cat, and bird. X times x squared is going to be x cubed. X times negative xy is going to be negative x squared y. X times y squared is going to be positive xy squared. Now this is your brother or sister feeding the dog, cat, and bird. Y times x squared is yx squared, or it's better to say x squared y because we put the x's, which the letter comes before y. So x squared y goes over here, positive x squared y. Y times negative xy becomes a negative answer, negative xy squared. And then finally, y times y squared becomes positive y cubed. Cha-ching! Notice how we have the answer, x cubed, and these cancel. As you add them, they're exactly the same, and these cancel as well. So what's beautiful about this question is that we're expanding. By expanding this pattern here, our final answer is so beautiful and simple. So later in this playlist, we're going to practice not expanding polynomials, but we're going to practice factoring. So we can practice going forward very easily, but it's nice to memorize that you can go backwards as well. So later we're going to factor x cubed plus y cubed, and hopefully you'll remember that this factored is equivalent to x plus y, x squared minus xy plus y squared. More about that later. Similarly, whether you're using x's and y's or a's and b's or p's and q's or whatever two variables you want to use, when you have a plus sign here, you can see that it connects to this factoring question here. It's going to end up like that. But when there's a minus sign here and a plus sign here, what does it look like? Can you memorize it? This is you feeding the dog, cat, and bird. A times a squared is going to be a cubed. A times ab is going to be positive a squared b. A times b squared is going to be positive ab squared. Now this is your wonderful brother or sister feeding the dog, cat, and bird as well. Negative b times a squared is going to be negative a squared b. Remember to put the a's before the b's. Negative b multiplied by ab is going to be negative ab squared. And finally, negative b times b squared is going to be negative b cubed. Cha-ching! Our final answer is going to be a cubed. These are the same, so they cancel when you add them. And so we have minus b cubed. So in a future playlist, you'll really try to remember that this is equivalent to this is equivalent to this, and the fact is that yes, you can factor these cubes. We're going to call it difference of cubes.